Hi everyone! Today we're making a Mexican-inspired beef pot roast with pinto beans in our pressure cooker. It's meal prep for our household and will feed us for several days. So let's get started. Here I have a lovely 3-pound chuck roast. Anything around the 2.5 to 3.5 pound range would work well in this recipe. If it's much larger than this, you may want to cut it in half and brown it in batches. I did let this sit out at room temp for a couple hours so that it's not ice cold. Ice cold meat has a tendency to seize up when you put it on a hot surface. I'm just seasoning it very simply with kosher salt, all over, including the sides. You'll want to wait until just before cooking to do this so the salt doesn't have time to pull moisture out of the meat. We want the surface nice and dry when it hits the oil. My pot is preheating on the back counter, so it'll be ready when this is. And here's the preheated Instant Pot. Adding 3 tables of veg oil for lubrication. It only takes a few seconds for the oil to heat through, and now the meat goes in for a good sear. About 5 to 6 minutes on each side will do the trick. The meat develops this gorgeous salty crust all over that will give a great depth of flavor to the final dish. Don't skip this browning step. It'll still be good, but just not as good as it could have been. It smells heavenly in here. I also take the time to brown the edges for maximum crustage, but you could skip this so long as you brown the main flat sides of the roast. Make sure you still have 3 to 4 tables of fat left in the pot and add your sliced onion. This just needs a few minutes to soften and take on some color. I wish you guys could smell this. This is where the Mexican flavors come in. You can adjust and use more or less of these according to your own taste, or maybe add some chili or chipotle powder if you're feeling extra spicy. And now we need to clean up the bottom of the pot. Just 1 or 2 cups of water so you can still see the bottom. Scrape up all that deliciosity, and this will also ensure that you don't get a burn warning later. Beans, beans, magical fruit. Who doesn't love beans? And you don't even need to pre-soak them for this recipe. I'm just trying to even things out in the pot before I lay the chuck on top. Make sure you haven't pulled any beans up over the liquid. They need to be fully submerged, but it's okay if the meat pokes out above the cooking liquid. And now I'm layering this can of ro-tel over the top of the meat. It doesn't have to be ro-tel specifically. There are other good brands, and they come in a variety of flavors and heat levels for you to choose. So this is going to cook for 1 hour on high, followed by a full natural release. You never want to quick release a large cut of meat like this because all of the pressure will suddenly gush out of the meat fibers, taking all the liquid with it. And that makes for a tough piece instead of juicy and tender. Oh, where is that smell-o-vision? Now that would be an excellent way to use AI. Whew, I can't wait. Must taste. Oh, so tender and delicious. Oh my. I'm taking this to the back counter to shred up. The beans are soft, but not mushy and so well seasoned. Yum! Here's the little bit of fat and gristle I pulled out of the chuck to throw out. Meat goes back in, and don't mind if I try it again altogether. Yum! You can serve this up as is, but we like it with rice and a few toppings. Usual suspects for us are pico de gallo, cheese, hot sauce, and those sorts of things. Taco stuff, you know? Speaking of tacos, this was great with just tortilla chips and as a filling for burritos and tolera rolls for Mexican sandwiches. So good. As always, ingredients and instructions are in the description box. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Oh, I'm so gonna do this with a pork butt next. Should I record it or just keep it our little secret? Shh, don't tell anyone.